Lately, there's been a term going around that you may or may not have heard. Flatten the curve. You may have seen a chart like this one, or you may have heard phrases like flatten the curve to keep us healthy, or flatten the curve, stay home and flatten the curve. And those of us staying at home eating our quarantine snacks aren't really flattening curves, or creating more of them. But that's not what this phrase means. To demonstrate, I have conducted an experiment. I love to snack on M&Ms. Hashtag not sponsored. But if you work for M&Ms, give me a call. I have discovered through careful scientific analysis and multiple trials that 15 M&Ms is a good amount to eat at a time. It's enough that I have a good amount of chocolate and candy-coated goodness, but not so much that I feel overwhelmed and unable to enjoy my delicious snack. I have timed myself and found that it takes about 20 seconds to chew this amount of M&Ms adequately. I have also discovered that I can fit 45 M&Ms in my mouth without chewing before my mouth is too overwhelmed and I start to gag. As a science teacher, I love charts, so I decided to graph my findings. Here I have my chart. On my x-axis, I have time since snacking started. It's in seconds, so I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, and so on and so forth. On my y-axis, I have number of M&Ms. As you can see, I can easily eat 15 M&Ms in 20 seconds. Now, I have 100 M&Ms here total. If I wanted to eat all of them at once, at this point, my mouth is completely full and I'm starting to gag. But I'm not done. There are a lot more M&Ms left to go. I'm already way past the point where I'm uncomfortable and starting to gag. I've gone beyond that. All of these M&Ms are I'm probably going to gag them out and spit them out, and they're going to end up all over the floor and just be completely wasted, which is a horrible tragedy. However, if I space them out and I don't overload my system, now I can easily have 100 M&Ms and not overwhelm myself. I flattened the curve. Literally. I could also make it a little more curve-like, because I know that I'm going to be eating more at once. But you get the gist. Now I'm going to replace my labels. Instead of number of M&Ms, I'm going to have number of cases per hospital. Instead of time since stacking started, I'm going to do time since spread started. And instead of ideal snacking rate, I'm going to have ideal care load. And instead of maximum snacking capacity, I'm going to change it to healthcare capacity. I just picked these numbers arbitrarily. Every hospital is going to be different. This is just an example. Now, just like with snacking on M&Ms, the healthcare system can only handle so many cases at once. If I have the same 100 M&Ms, which represents 100 people infected with COVID-19, and they all get sick at once, they're going to overwhelm the system. Let me show you how that might look. Let's say, as an example, that this person is infected with COVID-19, but doesn't know it yet. They either don't have symptoms yet, or their symptoms are really mild for now. For the sake of argument, let's just say that every time an infected person leaves their house, they pass it on to one person. This person decided to leave their house 3 times this week. So they passed it on to 3 different people. Each of these people is a little more cautious, and they only leave their house twice in the week. So each of those people infects 2 people, and then each of these infected people goes out of their house, let's say, twice a week and infects 2 more. And so it continues. And there we go again. We're at the top of the chart, but we haven't even gotten everybody there yet. So now I have all 100 of those people. They're all smushed together. It just grows and grows exponentially. Kind of like when one of your old college buddies tells you about their pyramid scheme, that it's an amazing opportunity to work from home and replace your 9 to 5. Blech. Now remember, this is the level where healthcare, hospitals, clinics, places like that, they would run comfortably at. This is an arbitrary number. I just came up with something. This is comfortable. They have enough supplies. At this point, at the healthcare capacity, there is no more room. Just like with M&Ms, there's no more room in your mouth. You start to gag, you start to spit out. There's no more room. Capacity means that's all of the hospital beds, all of the ventilators, all of the masks, all of the gloves, all of the personnel. That's it. They can't handle any more. So what happens to these people? They don't get health care. It doesn't matter if they have insurance. It doesn't matter if they have money. It doesn't matter if they are healthcare professionals. There is no room. We have reached the limit and there's no room for these people to get care. However, what if our first person had practiced some social distancing, as in they stayed home a little bit more? let's say they only went out twice. And then these people practiced some social distancing and they only went out a few times. And everyone along the way stayed out a little bit less, stayed home a little bit more. Eventually, we can handle the same number of cases. All 100 M&Ms are still there. But now we have not gone beyond healthcare capacity. So everybody can get care. This is what social distancing does. This is why we're being asked to stay home and slow the spread of the virus. So stay home, stay calm. If you must go out to get things you absolutely need, then keep at least 6 feet away from anyone you contact. That's 182.5 centimeters. And wash your hands when you get back. And remember that the more people hoard, the more often others will have to go out to get supplies. So only take what you absolutely need. Eventually, we'll all look back on this and it will all be a short memory. In the meantime, be patient, stay calm, and stay home.